The terrifying reason your body heat is stealing 10,000 years of containment from a frozen Siberian vault. And since 1968, a hole nearly a kilometer wide has swallowed a forest whole. It won't stop growing, and what's rising from its walls hasn't been alive since before your species had language. You feel warmth, you exhale carbon, you exist. And right now, the ground beneath the Arctic is reacting to that, not in 100 years, not in 50, now. The Batagaika Crater in Russia's Yakutia region measures nearly a kilometer long and 100 meters deep. Local Yakut people call it the gateway to the underworld. They are not being poetic. Every year it grows. Every year it approaches the next tree line. Every year something else thaws that hasn't touched open air since before humans walked this continent. And not one geologist alive can fully explain why it refuses to stop. Here's what they do know. Beneath the Arctic lies permafrost, frozen ground, some of it 200,000 years old. This is not just frozen dirt. It is a sealed vault. Ice holds the structure together. Locked inside, ancient organic material, ancient gases, ancient biology, stable, contained. Until 1968, when Soviet engineers cleared a patch of Siberian forest in the Yana River uplands. The trees disappeared. Sunlight hit bare soil. The surface warmed a fraction of a degree. That was enough. Ice began melting from inside. The ground lost its skeleton. A section collapsed. Exposed walls met open air. Those walls thawed, retreated. The hole grew again. Scientists call this a thermokarst megaslump. They have a name for the mechanism. What they don't have is an answer for why Batagaika stopped obeying the models. By every projection they built, it should have stabilized. It didn't. Here's where it stops making sense. Batagaika isn't just growing outward. It's growing backward through time. Every meter the walls retreat, they expose ground that's older. 10,000 years. 50,000, 100,000. Scientists have read those strata-like pages, and what they're finding is that this region of Siberia has done this before. Suddenly, at scale. And the last time permafrost thawed at this rate, it didn't stop on its own. It triggered a chain that took centuries to exhaust, which means the crater is not the disaster. The crater is the symptom. And something in those walls, frozen since before your species had a word for fire, is waking up. In 2023, a team of French and Russian scientists published findings from permafrost cores pulled near Batagaika. They revived 13 viruses, not detected, not sequenced from fragments, revived, living, replicating in a lab. The oldest was 48,500 years old. They named it Pandoravirus yedoma, and that name was not an accident. What the research confirmed is this: the permafrost is not releasing just carbon. It is releasing biology, unknown biology. Organisms that predate your immune system by tens of thousands of years. Strains your body has never encountered, never evolved a defense for, never had a reason to catalog. This is not a future projection. This is current. The walls of Batagaika retreat by approximately 10 meters every single year, and here is what should stop you cold. The carbon released as organic material thaws warms the air above the crater. That warmer air thaws more permafrost, more walls collapse. More carbon releases, more warmth, more collapse. Scientists call it a positive feedback loop. Positive is not good here. Positive means the system feeds itself. Positive means nothing inside it applies the brakes. And as of this recording, nothing outside it has either. There are 17 million square kilometers of permafrost on Earth. Batagaika is one crater, one region, one country. The Arctic permafrost alone holds an estimated 1.5 trillion tons of frozen carbon, twice the amount currently suspended in the atmosphere. Not all of it will thaw. But Batagaika proves the mechanism is real, and it doesn't require a catastrophe to trigger it. It requires a cleared forest, a fraction of a degree, time. And what no one at the briefing says plainly, we don't know how many sites have already crossed the threshold. We don't know what else is sealed in those walls. We can't say with certainty whether a crater like this ever stops on its own. What scientists haven't agreed on, what hasn't been published, is whether Batagaika has already seeded smaller slumps across Yakutia that no monitoring station has registered. Whether the revived organisms can transfer to new hosts. And here is the question that follows the researchers home. At the crater floor, below the permafrost layer, there are geological formations that don't match the surrounding terrain. No explanation has been filed. No team has dug that far, and the walls keep moving.